Good afternoon, everybody. Here we are back out in Pennsylvania with the 302 engine and tranny for the 69 Ford Falcon. So today it's time to take this engine apart. So hopefully by the end of the day we'll have that off. So first things first, to get this tranny off, I need to get this starter out of the way because that's not going to help this purpose at all. So that first, and then this tranny should fall right off. Well, it was a little bit of a nightmare, but she's finally off. Not in too bad of a shape, but that's next week's project or so. The flywheel. It's got some tooth damage on the starter side, so we may be replacing that. But I'm going to get that off, get all these accessories off the front of the block, so I can get the heads inside and the intake manifold off. So coming up, more dismantling job. Well, I got the flywheel engine cover off the back of the engine and come over here to take this valve cover off, and yikes, this engine wasn't getting very much oil and it was getting very, very hot because of it. Got a bunch of baked on gunk in here, but we'll clean this all up, freshen this all up, see how much of this we can clean up and salvage, and we'll go from there on to the next. Well, I'm not going to say that the driver bank was much better. I do see a hole that's severely plugged here, but that's the only one right there. And this does not look as bad as the other side. This valve cover is much cleaner. The other side is full of thick, gooey junk. Well, let's see what other surprises we have in store. So I pulled the water pump, and I believe this is an aftermarket or junkyard auto part because somebody painted it orange inside. Those are usually like junkyard markings. Actually, that's the timing chain cover or back of the water pump. But this is the valley of death. There is so much carbon in here. Look at the bottom of this push rod. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'll take all of these hydraulics apart too and refill them up with WD-40 for a while so they can re-lubricate. Hopefully they're moving. This side of this head is a nightmare. You got 4 or 5 holes that are oil holes that are plugged up from the push rods. This side wasn't so bad, just the one. Hopefully this thing can be brought back to life. I'll do my best. Well, fellas, this is all I got done today. We actually had the wrong bolts to mount a Ford engine, so I couldn't get it on the stand, so she has to wait until next week when we pick up the real bolts. But intake's off, tranny's out, valve covers are off, there's my torque converter, all my inspection plates, pulley, and we've got an engine that is ready to take the heads off, but I got to get on the stands before I could take the heads off because I'm bolted into the head to hold the engine up. So that and the harmonic balancer and the timing chain cover oil pan, and we're deep. So I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. Have fun. Like me, can't you see?